Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sergio's Knowledge Nook, your learning partner. And for today's discussion, we are going to discuss the different guiding principles in teaching social studies. It's important for us to discuss this topic because it may help us know on how we're going to teach social studies concepts. So, talk about also guiding principles in teaching social studies. It is usually consists of five guiding principles. And for us to be able to easily understand this one, we use a mnemonic Mavic. So when we talk about Mavic, it refers to meaningful learning, active learning, value-based learning, integrative learning, and challenging learning. But before we proceed in discussing these different guiding principles, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my channel. So the first guiding principle that we are going to discuss now is meaningful learning. When we talk about meaningful learning, it must be relevant and connected to students' lives, including prior experience. So we can only assure that the topic we are discussing is meaningful to our student when it is relevant and connected to their lives, or to their personal lives. So this is also one of the things that I would like to emphasize. It's because probably this is one of the reason why students tend to not love or perhaps find such studies boring is because they cannot see the connection of the topic to their lives. No. So it's a challenge for us teachers to teach the lesson or the topic with them, but not just memorizing isolated events, names, and dates for the test. No? So it's time for us also teachers to not just teach our students basically or focusing on declarative knowledge, but it's time for us to connect our lessons to the real life of our students by targeting their higher order thinking skills for mastery of content. Because that is what is important, especially in social studies, that we are going to develop a civic competent um, students or people in the future. So I think it's also important that aside from they will be able to connect the lesson to their everyday life is that also they will be able to apply all of this learning that they have now when we teach this social studies concept. That is why it's important for us to target their higher order thinking skills. Next principle is that we have active learning. So talk about active learning, it requires students to process and think about what they are learning. Of course, gone are those days where our students are just passive participant of learning. It's time for us to empower our student to be an active participant in every day-to-day discussion. So, active learning fosters hands on, minds on, hearts on approach in which students work either individually or collaboratively, using rich and varied sources to reach understanding, make decisions, discuss issues, and solve problems. Of course, um, we should now shift from being teacher centered to student centered classrooms. So, it promotes dynamic interaction by asking and answering. So, in that way, we can uh, foster active learning in teaching social studies. Next guiding principle is value-based learning. So, social studies promotes not only about academic achievement, but also personal development and societal contribution. So, diri mo sulod ang atong gitawag na civic competent, no? Wherein we're not just going to focus on the academic achievement, on what they're learning, on what they memorized, perhaps, no, sa mga students, but more importantly, what they do, what did they learn? How did they apply what they have learned? So for them to be able to contribute to the society. So muna siya ang importante po na principle sa social studies that it's value-based learning. It instills moral, ethical, and social values in students alongside academic knowledge and skills. So that's also nakanay sa social studies because it encompasses a lot of disciplines. So that's why it's also easy for us teachers to also like connect our lessons to what is happening to the society. So for them to be also be aware of what is happening in the society and for them to be able to have this use their idea, their knowledge, their learning, and how are they going to contribute even in their own way. No, it requires students to listen to competing arguments, assess the merits of competing arguments, and make informed and value-based decisions. So this is the third guiding principles of teaching social studies. So fourth, we have integrative learning. From the word integrative, so we try to integrate. uh, so it combines concepts, principles, and content from multiple subject areas or disciplines into a cohesive and interconnected theme or topic. So remember that the basic definition of social studies, according to NCSS, that it is an integrated study of social science and humanities. So meaning, in nature, social studies is integrative. So in teaching social studies, we are not just going to focus on one learning area, but we are going to cut across different subject matters for us to be able to really integrate learning. It demonstrates the connection between different areas of knowledge by fostering critical thinking and problem solving skills. It focuses on interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary approaches. So that is integrative learning. So don't you worry, because probably as we move on to more deeper concepts regarding social studies in our channel, I will also be discussing integrative curriculum, wherein this will be discussed. Next, let's proceed to the last, but not the least, guiding principles of social studies, which is challenging learning. So, talk about challenging learning, it emphasizes the importance of providing students with tasks, assignments, and learning experiences that are intellectually demanding, engaging, and designed to push them beyond their comfort zones. Usually, social studies are just taken for granted because most of the teachers who are handling social studies are like having it lightly by just discussing just the declarative knowledge. That is why students might not love it in such a way that, okay, focus lang man si ma'am o memorization. So, mo nang murag walay challenge for our students, no? Talk about social studies. So, that's why it's a challenge for teachers teaching social studies to also, rather, no, um, emphasize or push our students beyond their comfort zones, no, in learning social studies. So we should really target their critical thinking skills, perhaps by giving them problems and letting them propose solutions, and by checking if these proposed solutions can really solve the problem. So in that way, diba, it's somehow kind of challenging, and they cannot really take it for granted like it's just easy. So another is that contrasted with rote learning or drill and practice approaches. So this is what I'm talking a while ago now, that for us to be able to have this principle of being of social studies as being challenging, so we should not just focus on rote learning, but it's time for us to really apply the concepts to everyday life, and to also push them beyond their comfort zones. So that ends our discussion regarding the different guiding principles in teaching social studies. I hope that you learned something. And please, if you have any suggestions on what the topics that we are going to discuss in this channel, please don't forget to hesitate and leaving your comments down below. So once again, this is Sir Josh for Sir Josh Knowledge Note. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you.